There's something oddly captivating about movies that are so bad, they're good. From low-budget disasters to bizarre storytelling choices, here are 10 movies that are infamous for their lack of quality but are beloved, or at least watched, for how awful they truly are. 1. The Room, 2003. Famously dubbed the Citizen Kane of bad movies, The Room is a masterpiece of unintentional comedy. With nonsensical dialogue, odd character arcs, and acting so bizarre it's mesmerizing, The Room has earned a cult following that turns its flaws into pure entertainment. 2. Birdemic, Shock and Terror, 2010. With CGI birds that look like clip art and special effects you'd expect from an outdated video game, Birdemic is laughably bad. The plot, involving a town terrorized by birds, is bogged down by cringe-worthy dialogue and wooden acting, making it a disaster people can't look away from. 3. Plan 9 from Outer Space, 1959. Directed by Ed Wood, Plan 9 is a B-movie classic often labeled the worst film ever made. Its poor production quality, awkward dialogue, and continuity errors make it a fascinating train wreck of sci-fi absurdity that's been loved by audiences for decades. 4. Troll 2, 1990. This movie has no trolls in it. In fact, it's a horror film about goblins and a family being terrorized in a town called Nilbog, yes, goblin, spelled backward. The acting is atrocious, the story makes no sense, and yet, it's beloved by fans for its hilarious, over-the-top failings. 5. Battlefield Earth, 2000. Starring John Travolta, Battlefield Earth aimed to be an epic sci-fi thriller. Instead, it became a legendary flop, with odd camera angles, awful dialogue, and a storyline that's nearly incomprehensible. It's painful to watch, but its absurdity has made it a must-see for bad movie enthusiasts. 6. Gigli, 2003. Despite the star power of Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, Gigli bombed spectacularly. The film's cringe-worthy script and lack of chemistry between its leads make it awkward from start to finish. Even though it's widely mocked, it's strangely fun to revisit for a laugh. 7. Cats, 2019. With CGI that fell into the uncanny valley and a nonsensical plot, Cats was panned by critics and audiences alike. The strange visuals and odd musical numbers make it a bewildering experience that's almost too bad not to watch, leading it to achieve legendary status as a Hollywood misstep. 8. Showgirls, 1995. Showgirls was meant to be a gritty take on the Las Vegas nightlife but ended up as a raunchy, overacted mess. Its gratuitous scenes and terrible dialogue quickly turned it into a guilty pleasure that's watched today more as an unintentional comedy than the provocative drama it aspired to be. 9. Howard the Duck, 1986. With a bizarre story about an anthropomorphic alien duck stranded on Earth, Howard the Duck confused audiences and critics alike. Despite being a Marvel property, the movie's strange humor and bizarre plot left viewers baffled, but its sheer weirdness keeps people coming back for more. 10. Batman and Robin, 1997. With over-the-top costumes, campy one-liners, and Arnold Schwarzenegger's infamous ice puns as Mr. Freeze, Batman and Robin is almost cartoonish in its ridiculousness. Though widely criticized, it's remembered fondly for how entertainingly absurd it is, especially for superhero fans. These movies may not have been intended to entertain in the way they do, but their flaws are what make them so beloved. Whether you're watching to laugh at awkward performances, bizarre dialogue, or just plain poor storytelling, these films prove that bad can sometimes be great.